Okay, board gamers, it's time to have a little bit of fun. Not that designing a board game isn't always fun. It's mostly always fun, actually. So far, it's been mostly always fun. But a bit of a different tack today, doing something that I thought I would never in my entire life ever end up doing. And that is an unboxing video. Now, once this project started, I did think I could be doing an unboxing video when hopefully we have games to unbox or prototypes of games. But before we can get that far along, I have something else to unbox, and that is something right down in front of me here. I've got a box of prototyping materials. So we're getting to the stage here where I need to start building parts of the game and testing parts of the game with people in person and by myself and sort of seeing how things work. And so you need materials to do that. And for me, one of the things that I really like is to kind of get all my materials together so that I've got kind of everything I think I might want at hand, so that when I get down to prototyping, I can just work. And hopefully I don't have to stop because, oh, I don't have this and I don't have that, and I've got to order this or go and buy something else. And the other thing too is, you know, I've mentioned that I live on this little tiny island off the west coast of Vancouver, Canada, and there's not a lot of stores here, so I can't necessarily run out and get something if I don't have it. So I've done a couple things. I took a trip off island and bought some kind of more generic materials. So that would be stuff like, let me hold them up for you here. Things like just foam core. I'm sure something that you people have seen before for cutting out into whatever board pieces or all other kinds of pieces. But then the sort of piece de resistance that I've got in front of me here is this box, which I think you can see on the overhead. And this is a big box of prototyping goodies. This big box of prototyping goodies is going to need a home. So I also have right here a nice empty box to take all my prototyping materials. And so now I'm going to open up this box. I've actually opened up the tape here. And this was something that I ordered online from the Game Crafter, which is probably a site a lot of you know. It's a great place to get resources that you need for prototyping or making your own games, as well as a place to get games obviously manufactured. So, you know, if you're in North America, it's one of the best places I think to get game pieces. All right, so with no further ado, let's do my first unboxing video of my entire life. Here we go. And because it's my first one, like if this is kind of crappy, tough luck. All right, here we go. So tape's already off. Let's open up and let's see what kind of stuff we have in here. All right, lots of bags of goodies. Let me move the box off camera a little bit here. And let's start to go through these. So the first two bags here, I'm gonna move the box away just a little bit farther. So here we've got some pre-cut tiles. I've got hex tiles, as you can see here, and I've got just some square tiles. So again, when I was placing this order, I didn't know at the time the exact design we'd end up with. I didn't even really know what all the different design ideas might involve, but I had some inklings of some things based on having become familiar with Weirdwood, the world, and sort of the theme and the mechanics that exist in the world. So I ordered these because I could see potentially boards that involved building the board, laying tiles, and so potentially square or potentially hex-based tiles. So I bought a bunch of blanks of these, and again, you know, I could certainly make these myself. I've got a printer at home and just do them on paper, and I may do that at certain points in time, but it's also trying to figure out what will save you time and what, you know, because your time is super valuable, especially, you know, I'm doing this, getting paid to do this, and so Paul's paying me to do this, and so my time is valuable to him, and the more efficient I can be, the better it is for him. But if you're doing your own game and you've got a day job somewhere else, time is valuable to you because you've got a day job, maybe you've got a family, you have other commitments, so the amount of time you can spend doing stuff is limited. All right, well, no bag of goodies when it comes to prototyping a game would be complete without these guys. So we've got ourselves lots of meeples in different colors, a big old bag of meeples, gotta have those. All right, next, in kind of the same vein, if you're gonna have lots of meeples, you probably want lots of cubes for doing all kinds of things. So again, a big bag of cubes in the same colors to match the meeples, in case obviously players are gonna have their matching colors. Again, these can be used for all kinds of things. Obviously you play board games, you know they can be used for resources, trackers, all kinds of different stuff. So a big bag of those. All right, what do we got next here? Sticking with sort of the must-haves, I ordered some additional dice. I've got a lot of dice kicking around, and this was just kind of filling out some additional colors of dice and throwing in some other like D20s, D4s, D6s, etc. Just because most of those I've got are already kind of in D&D games or kind of in my daughter's collection who plays D&D. So adding some extra dice here. All right, let's keep going. What do we got next here? Oh, all right, this one's kind of a nice, see a couple things here. So in this bag here, we've got just some little standee mounts so that I can basically put some little characters in here for the game. Again, with Weirdwood, knowing that there's lots of cool, unique characters, I thought it likely that players might have some kind of individual standees or potentially, hopefully, 3D sculpts. So this is obviously an easy way to do that in terms of basically having some little standees. I also, in addition to these clear plastic ones where I can create my own little standees and slot them in there, I also, in this bag here, got some sort of pre-configured standees. And then also in here I've got, I don't know if I can get it out, got some blank dice. This is just so if I need some special dice that I can make the little sides, stick them on, and I've got some custom dice potentially as needed, and I've got probably 8 or 10 of those. All right, let's keep going. What do we got next here? So many goodies. Oh, all right, on the theme of dice, I've got some more blank dice, and these are just a different style. The previous dice had kind of a larger square corners. These roll like traditional dice. You can see the edges are nice and everything. But again, I could make little stickies and stick them on. All right, let's keep going here. What do we got next? Oh, all right, here we go. We've got ourselves discs. So like the cubes, again, these could be used maybe for trackers or other kinds of markers on player boards or something like that. So I've got a bunch of these. All right, here we go. This box just keeps on giving and giving. More cubes, woohoo! These are some clear acrylic cubes, and this was kind of, again, thinking about Weirdwood, thinking about the Fae and magic and maybe the Fae tainting things or affecting things. I thought if I was going to represent that, clear acrylic cubes would be maybe more thematic than solid wooden ones. Sticking on the acrylic side of things, I also got a bunch of sort of these gem style ones, which I don't know about you guys, but man, I love these clear gem ones. I think about like rubies in not all creatures, Caverna or other games where you get these kind of cool little, or Istanbul. I love these little guys. Anyway, so I've got a bunch of these in different colors. And again, these could be about representing the Fae taint or some other kind of cool things in the game. I probably, to be totally honest, probably went a little overboard with these because I like them so much. So I don't know, maybe the leftovers, I'll be making some like bracelets. I'll give my daughter to make a bracelet for herself or something. I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, a bunch of those. All right, okay, so here's some other pieces. Let's bring these all out because these are all related. All right, so here I've just got a bunch of blanks. So blank, some mini blank cards here. And again, this is another scenario where obviously I can make these cards on my computer, I can print them out on plain paper, and I can cut them out. And I probably will do that at some point, more than likely. But for the cost of what these are, saves me a ton of time. I got all these blanks, and in the early stages of the design where I'm really playing around with different things, and I don't know what the layout of the cards might be, I don't even know, they're gonna change a lot. It just will be quicker to take these and take a marker and write out what they are and kind of go through those and be done with them. And eventually down the road, when I get into sort of mid-range prototypes where maybe I'm starting to now apply a little bit of design layout to the cards because I know what they need to be more, yeah, I might do it on the computer so that they kind of get more standardized and formatted and go to the process of printing them out and cutting them out. But as a starting point, these are great. So I got some mini cards. I got, you can see here, some regular size, I think these might be poker size, I can't remember, cards here. Or maybe the plain size, yeah, plain poker cards. And then I got some square ones as well. Because yeah, I did have some ideas about potentially using square cards in some of the designs, so I've got some squared off ones as well. Super awesome. Sticking with the card theme, to match those cards and other potential cards, I got a bunch of sleeves. And the sleeves are probably not something I'll use with the pre-cut cards that I ordered, but they are something that I'll use when I go and start making my own cards. And the reason there is I've found is when I make my own cards on a computer and I print them off on regular paper on my laser printer, or if I even take them to a print shop to get nice color prints, the paper's so thin that it really wants to be sleeved in something so it's got a little more weight and it holds up longer during prototyping and playing sessions. So I got a bunch of these for both standard size cards and for mini size cards. All right, some of those, cool. And that is, oh, that's the end. There's nothing else in there. Okay, so there you have it. My very first unboxing video and maybe not my last. So in the next episode, you're gonna get to see me put some of those materials and bits to work as I start to assemble my very first prototype. So until then, keep board gaming, board gamers.